I was starving for months. A running cutting, but on my pockets, me my DNA. Baby for life, but call me a star before BBC. Don't take a lot to get rid of me. Me and them don't get the same. Me and them don't get the same. Boy, that they gonna know who the name is. They say I move like I'm nameless. Cause I only go for the money bags and I don't really wanna be famous.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Baltimore Ravens and the Denver Broncos. And off we go from Denver. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Come on, back! Back!
So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There was absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
On second down, here's Lance. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. But just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at third down, and that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback, too.
3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Trayvon Walker. He's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And it's fielded at the 34. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run it again with Fournette. And they get him down right near the midfield stripe. Call it an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on 3rd and just a yard.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Ready?
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
1 for 1, a lot more to go. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Go!
Oh, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he's got room. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Well, I sure wouldn't be surprised if we see more of this as this game goes on, because we know they like to use their wideouts either on quick throws or on jet sweeps like what we just saw there. And to say that that one worked well, partner, that's stating the obvious.
Fournette, a first down carry. Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
The quick slant caught. And the Ravens are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
They'll give Fournette another crack, and this time he is in.
Yes.
Leonard Fournette with career touchdown number 91. He joins a group that includes Tony Dorsett and Isaac Bruce, among others. And the Ravens are on the board here first in the season opener. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing now is Lance. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And Lance now to throw. Catch made right side by Wilson. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
Brandon, what's even more impressive is that came against double coverage. He gashed them with that reception, even with the extra focus that he drew from the defense.
Oh, Lance has it knocked free. The ball is loose, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. And that one coming on his opening carry of the season. Do you give him a mulligan?
You would like to, but this game counts. If this were preseason, he'd get a mulligan. But this is for real, so not expecting that at all. Got to find a way to take care of it. I'm sure he'll get other opportunities.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they get another shot here with a 1st and 10. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. He'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3 and out, and giving the ball back to their offense.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory.
Here we go.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Right now they're on the wrong end of the scoreboard, and that won't change if this drive ends like the last one when they had that lost fumble. So you have a feeling taking care of the football is certainly paramount right now.
Yeah, and it's not just the guy who dropped it on the last drive, is it? That means everyone who might touch the ball is getting the same message. Guys, ball security, paramount. Let's take care of it, and if we do, we've got a chance to put points on the board.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
Got it. Yellow. Ready?
On 2nd and 12, Lance completes it to the tight end Kittle, and able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Black jack. Green jack. Ready.
Throwing on 1st down is Lance. Wilson's got it complete. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line.
White.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Lance. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Adafe Owe showing off the pass rush skills. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. And these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for fourth.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They gave up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a fourth down.
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Well, Zadarius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on third down. He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed one conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. This will be fielded at the 17. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining.
Here we go.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. First and 10. From the 32 now. Here's first and 10. Here's Lance. Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes. Trayvon Walker in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to save it.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. But, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half.
Come on, come on. Hit. Come on, ladies.
Up the gut, Fournette. And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's second and 2. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get him with 10 seconds to go before halftime. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say, we'll see what happens. Sly able to put this one through. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This fielded right at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's got a man, complete. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Now Joey Sly for the point after. He's got it, and it's 17-0.
Makes the score. Ravens 17, Broncos 9.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Lance looking to throw it. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Lance. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It'll be a sack and a loss of 3, but more importantly, it brings up 4th down. The Broncos send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And taken right on the 30. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll look to throw. Buying time to his left.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. They'll set up a throw. Forced out to his left. And he'll just get rid of it. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Baltimore. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Going to run again here with Pollard. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Here's Lance to throw it. Man open left side is Brown. And he will have the Broncos first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Okay.
2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener.
Blue strike. Claude Ray.
From the gun, it's Lance. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And Lance going to throw. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
On first down, Lance. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle, and that is incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers, both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
Again, it's Lance. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Brown. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw, it's Lance. This will be caught once again by Brown. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. He completes it to Wilson. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Working from the gun, Lance. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle.
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 32-yard line. Throwing now is Lance. Throw left side complete. That's Brown. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
4 yards on the field.
Lance looks to throw again. Looking left. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And they are going to take over right there at the 22. Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half, and down 3 scores. A lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try and win this one.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. They'll look to throw here. Dancing to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack. And it'll lead to a 3rd and long. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 17. Back to throw. Working the sideline here. Did he get the feet in? Yes, they say that he did. Nice job tapping both of them down. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And that's incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. And, that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon. He's been terrific so far. Fielded just inside the 20. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now. To throw again on 2nd down. Lance. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down.
Red, cycle.
Shotgun now for Lance.
Wilson's got it complete.
And he will have a Broncos 1st down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. Now Lance again. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll make it 2nd down. Lance now to throw. This one caught by Kittle. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens 36. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice 1st down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution. Even though the scoreboard is going against you, you want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
Throwing on 1st down is Lance.
Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you can get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
Lance looking to throw on 3rd and 2.
Hard throw, incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Ready, set.
Desperation time here. Lance
trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates.
And the Ravens are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Well, I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he can do there. And he winds up giving the ball away.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Darius Slay with a pick.
And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football.
That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Out to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Pause, red. Ready.
Lance looking to throw it. Throwing quickly to Wilson. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but Certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But they trim that lead down to just 2 scores. That's still a benefit to this squad.
No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down.
Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
As expected, he's gone to him several times in this game, but that's the first time one has slipped from his grasp. I'll bet he goes back to him, though. He's an excellent player.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. And it's caught. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game.
A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal.
Striker, 3-3. Black Ultra.
Now Lance.
Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Adafe Owe able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational, CD. That is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game.
Touchdown Broncos. George Kittle from 10 yards out.
And the Broncos are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter.
And that touchdown puts us in a position to have a discussion, doesn't it? Now it'll be a 2-score game after the conversion.
Yeah, I mean, there's no doubt with a 2-score game they're going to have to onside kick it. We'll just see if they've got a miracle up their sleeve.
And you wonder what onside kicks they're going to use and in what sequence if they hope to have a chance to win this game.
So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Darius Slay with a pick.
And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Now the question is obvious. Do you try to kick the field goal right here knowing that you need 2 scores? I would be thinking about if I were on that sideline. Get the field goal now, try and get the touchdown later.
To throw again on 2nd down. Lance. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line.
Micah Parsons
in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
And the Ravens are going to get it back here just past the 35.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point, as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Darius Slay with a pick. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete.
Shot, 17. Steal, check, steal. Ready?
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down.
And that will be incomplete.
Well, they've certainly had trouble unlocking this defense through 3.5 quarters, so I don't expect it to get any easier now. You know they're going to be sitting back and waiting on everything, and they force an incompletion there.
Lance to throw for it on 4th down.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
And the Ravens will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
For this defense, CD, that's kind of the icing on the cake here as we get to the end of this one.
And didn't you feel that they weren't just going into total prevent there? You know, they had the lead, and sometimes you fall back and you lose your aggressiveness. Not in this case. They were still making a play on the football, and look how that one turned out. They may have salted this one away.
Throw left side complete. That's Lawrence. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A big play there. Making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut.
And the Ravens are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the lead is up to 18 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for Baltimore, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they will head home next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for Denver, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a home date next week against the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah.